If you put a T-Rex and a, Brontosaurus on a giant scale, that famous king of dinosaurs wouldn't even move the needle halfway.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to think about.
Right. So today we are jumping into an exploration into the source material to look at why our childhood toys kind of lied to us about dinosaur physics. We're diving into the data from Sindel Jane Kagarangan's workbook.
Right. The workbook has some really fascinating stats on this stuff.
Exactly. The mission here is to navigate a world where weight, teeth, and habitat were all part of this brutal biological balancing act. If you've ever wondered how these giants actually function, we are unpacking the why behind those prehistoric stats.
It really is all about evolutionary trade-offs. I mean, we often see these creatures as just, big, but every ton of weight and every single tooth was a specific solution to a survival problem.
Okay, so let's unpack the heavyweights, like the Brontosaurus, the thunder lizard.
Right, a massive, massive animal.
Yeah, at 75 feet long and 17 tons, you're looking at the weight of 4 or 5 school buses.
It's hard to even picture that kind of scale, seriously. But then you have the T-Rex, the most ferocious predator, and it's only about 7 tons.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Wait, why the massive gap, though? If the T-Rex is the king, why is it such a lightweight compared to the long necks?
Well, it comes down to the engine versus the fuel tank. A predator like the T-Rex has a weight limit that's dictated by its locomotion.
Oh, so it has to stay fast to hunt.
Exactly. If it's too heavy, it literally can't move fast enough to catch anything. But the Brontosaurus, on the other hand, is basically just a giant fermentation vat.
Fermentation vat.
Yeah, it needed that massive body to house a digestive system capable of breaking down hundreds of pounds of really tough prehistoric plants every single day, so it traded speed for a massive stomach.
Okay, so size is a digestive strategy on land. But what about the water?
Water is a whole different game.
Right, because the source material mentions the Elasmosaurus, which is this 46-foot-long swimming dinosaur, but it says it only had 6 teeth.
Just 6 teeth, yeah. That sounds physically impossible. How does an almost 50-foot predator catch anything with just 6 teeth?
I mean, this is where we really see specialized evolution at work. It wasn't actually using those teeth to chew.
What was it using them for, then?
It was using them as a cage. Those 6 teeth were likely incredibly long, and they interlocked. You can think of them as a biological spear trap.
Oh, wow, a spear trap.
Yeah. It would snap its long neck forward, snag a bony fish or a squid-like mollusk, and just swallow it whole. It didn't need a mouthful of molars because it wasn't grinding, it was just anchoring its prey.
Okay, that is a really stark contrast to the Triceratops.
Oh, absolutely, night and day.
Right, because the workbook says the Triceratops is only 10 feet long, but it weighs 10 tons and has up to 800 teeth.
Up to 800, yeah.
I have to push back here, honestly. How do you even fit 800 teeth into a 10-foot animal's head without it just, tipping over from the weight?
Well, it's essentially a high-speed industrial wood chipper in a really compact frame.
A wood chipper?
Exactly. They didn't have 800 teeth active all at once, not in the way we think of human teeth. They had what we call dental batteries.
Dental batteries, like rows of them.
Yeah, layers upon layers of teeth stacked right behind each other. So as the top teeth wore down from grinding those incredibly tough, fibrous palms, the next row would just slide right into place.
That's incredible.
And that 10-ton weight was mostly muscle and bone density just to support that massive specialized skull.
So the Triceratops was literally built for the grind.
Yeah.
But then you have the toothless club, right? Like the Pteranodon and the Stegosaurus.
The toothless wing and the roof dinosaur.
Yeah. Does giving up teeth put you at a massive disadvantage in a world filled with 800 tooth wood chippers?
You would think so, but it's actually a brilliant weight-stepping hack.
Oh, right, for flying.
Exactly. For the Pteranodon, being toothless was really the only way it could stay airborne with a 6-foot frame. Shaving off the weight of a heavy jaw and teeth allowed it to basically dominate the sky and catch fish.
And what about the Stegosaurus? It's on the ground.
For the Stegosaurus, it used a sharp beak to crop plants, and then used its massive gut, much like the Brontosaurus, to do all the heavy lifting of digestion.
Okay, here is where it gets really interesting for me, is how we've mashed these specialized traits together in our own pop culture.
Oh, the Godzilla connection.
Yes. The workbook points out that Godzilla is actually a biological greatest hits reel.
He really is.
It says he's a combination of the Stegosaurus, the T-Rex, and the Iguanodon.
It's basically the ultimate modern monster design because it blends the best of all worlds.
How so?
Well, you take the predatory upright stance of the T-Rex for intimidation.
Right, the classic roar pose.
Yeah. Then you add the defensive roof plating of the Stegosaurus for armor, And combine that with the sturdy, heavy frame of the iguanodon.
So it's basically cheating the biological rules.
Exactly. It creates a creature that looks invincible because it completely ignores the trade-offs that real dinosaurs had to make.
Wow. So whether it's sorting them by habitat like land, air, water, or identifying their early life cycles through baby eggs, these creatures were highly specific answers to their environment.
Yeah, every physical trait was a choice between power, speed, and efficiency.
We've looked at the digestive weight of the Brontosaurus, the spear trap teeth of the Elasmosaurus, and those crazy dental batteries of the Triceratops.
It's all about how they adapted to survive.
Definitely. So we know Godzilla was a blend of 3 specific dinosaurs from the source, but here's a thought for you to mull over on your own.
Oh, I like this one.
If you had to design a modern monster using the Pteranodon's weight-saving flight and the Elasmosaurus's aquatic spear grip, what kind of environment would a creature like that dominate?
That is a scary thought.
Right. Would it be a master of the coastlines or something we haven't even imagined yet? Think about that next time you see these giants in a museum.